Please welcome Vikings Chief Operating Officer Kevin Warren.
Good afternoon. We would like to welcome everyone to the special day that we're enjoying today, the ribbon cutting event for our new Twin Cities Orthopedics Performance Center. But before we start the program, I would like to invite our team chaplain, Tom Lamphere, to the stage to provide a blessing.
Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with grateful hearts. Thank you for your many blessings that you have given us and are giving us. In the book of Psalms, King David declares, O Lord, that you are the king of this world and everything belongs to you. I just pray for the Will family, for Commissioner Goodell, for all the leadership in the NFL, and in the Viking organization, that you would bless them with wisdom so that their actions would glorify your holy name and would pass down your loving kindness to all that's involved. Thank you, Lord, for these new facilities. We dedicate them to you. Amen.
Thank you, Tom. Today is an incredibly special day. I would like to thank the young children from the Boys and Girls Club of St. Paul who escorted us in. And as we all know, that the children are our future. And so we appreciate you all and taking the time out today to come spend the afternoon with us. Thank you very much. I would also like to thank the Will family, Ziggy, Lenny, Mark, their extended family, the Mandelbaum family, and the Landis family, who have been there with us from day one. And in October of 2004, in an office in New York, we had a meeting with these families to sit down about buying the Minnesota Vikings. And as I went back and looked at my notes from that meeting, there were 5 things that they stressed that was important if we would be so fortunate to receive the team. One was to build a world-class franchise with world-class people. And when you look around our organization, I can say that that's something that we've definitely accomplished from a football and business standpoint. Secondly, they stressed the importance of building a new stadium. At that time, we were in the antiquated Metrodome, although it was home and it was loud and we loved it, but we knew we had to build a better stadium. We accomplished that when we moved into US Bank Stadium in 2016, so we accomplished that goal. The third thing on the list was they said we need to host a Super Bowl, because anytime a National Football League in a northern city, especially a cold weather city, can host the Super Bowl, it gives it community validity. We did that in February with Super Bowl 52, so we accomplished that goal. The next item is they said, although we had been home and had a great home in Winter Park for many years, which was the first practice facility, that they felt that we needed a new practice facility, new world headquarters. And that's why we're here today. We've accomplished that with Twin Cities Orthopedic Performance Center, the first time since the ownership group has owned the team that all of our employees are under one roof. And it truly is a blessing to be here today. The last item on the list was that we need to win a Lombardi trophy so we can win multiple Lombardi trophies. And under the leadership of the Will family, the Landis family, the Mandelbaum family, Coach Zimmer and Rick Spielman, Rob Brzezinski, and everyone else, all of our great players, we are very confident that we will accomplish that goal. With that said, we recognize the fact that it takes partners to work together. And we're very grateful and thankful that Troy Simonson, who leads Twin Cities Orthopedic Performance Center and Twin Cities Orthopedic Company, decided to come together and work together with us to become our partner. And to see this come to reality from the groundbreaking in August of 2016 is truly a magical day. With that said, I'd like to invite a young man to the podium who has been a true friend, who has been a soldier, and you can always tell the magnitude and the credibility and the toughness of a person is at how they deal with adversity. Commissioner Roger Goodell, who became commissioner in August of 2006, he's been there with us through the good times, through times maybe not so good, but he has stood strong with the Minnesota Vikings. He was incredibly instrumental for us to get the approval for US Bank Stadium. He was incredibly instrumental for us to build this facility. He has led our league to new heights financially, to labor peace, to incredible television contracts, to great relationships with partners. And I just want to thank him for always being consistent with us, having integrity, and working side by side with us as a true partner. And so at this time, I would like to invite Commissioner Roger Goodell to the stage to make a few comments. Thank you.
Thank you, and what a truly special day it is to be here today, and I'm honored to be here. I've been fortunate over the last several years to be here frequently, and I think that's because so many wonderful things are happening in this community that involve the Vikings and the NFL. Kevin discussed many of those, but they're happening on and off the field. And some of you know that I have twin girls. One of them is a very passionate Vikings fan, and we were here for the playoff game against the Saints. And I will tell you that as wonderful as that moment was, it was even better for my family and I to be there in the stands with the fans here, sharing that wonderful experience that I will never personally forget, either personally or professionally. This community has so much to be proud of, and I know Coach Zimmer and Rick and the football players are going to do a great job coming back and trying to take it to another level next year. Off the field, I've been fortunate to be part of many discussions going back to US Bank Stadium. Of course, Richard Davis and Doug Baker are here from a community standpoint and a business community. Without them, I don't think we could have gotten that wonderful stadium built, which then led to what I think was one of the most incredible Super Bowls we've ever had. And I don't mean that just on the field. I mean that on the basis of the community, the way they embraced the event, the way they took it to a new level, and the way they made everyone feel welcome when they came into this community. And I hope by being on that global stage, and I know from people I talk to all around the world, they saw Minnesota and they saw the hospitality, they saw the creativity, and they saw the determination to put on a great event. So we thank you from the bottom of our heart. And now today, to be here, to be part of the TCO Stadium Performance Center, that is, when I walked around this facility early this morning, the last time I was here was on groundbreaking just under 2 years ago. And to see what has been created here and to see the vision, I salute, obviously, the mayor for his vision and for the work that you did. And of course, to Tori Simonson for the work that he's done to build around this and to build his facility around this and to make this a very special place, not just for the Vikings, but for the community. I know the players are going to love this. I know the coaches are going to love it. I know the entire organization is going to love this. But I believe this community is going to rally around this type of development, this type of center, which everyone will participate in. And what makes this community special, among many other things, is the way this community pulls together and achieves great things. So it's a thrill to be here. I congratulate everyone for this great success, this great vision. And there are many, many people to thank, but my job, and it is with a great privilege, is to introduce the Will family, who have really provided the vision, the determination, and frankly, the glue that has brought everything together. And I always like to say we're fortunate to have the Will family as owners in the NFL, and I think you as a community are fortunate to have the Wolf family as owners of the Vikings. So I'd like them to come up and just share a few words.
Welcome. Thank you, Commissioner Goodell. Besides winning football games, one of the Vikings' primary goals is to engage and to impact the community. TCO Performance Center was designed to be both accessible and impactful to community as much as possible. Right now, we are putting the finishing touches on our plan to host the Verizon training camp this coming summer for the first time. We expect to see up to 5,500 people here per day enjoying the facility. In addition, the Vikings will announce our plans later this summer to host and showcase high school football at the TCO Performance Center Stadium outside. That's one of my personal things. I'm very involved in youth sports. We also have plans to have local events here, both for the Minnesota Vikings Foundation and for the community at large. We are excited to have our community partners here to experience this great new facility, and we will continue to use our brand and our platform to impact the community. And now I want to introduce my cousin Ziggy.
Thank you, Lenny. I just want to start off by saying that it's always an honor to be the steward of such a great franchise. And we knew from 13 years ago when we purchased the team that we had the goals that Kevin mentioned, building a new stadium and hosting the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. And I have to say, one of the things which really struck me the most important was that we always do business together as a family. And I always felt that the Vikings were an extended family. And what a family needs most is a great home. And I'm very proud that we are all able to put together our new home here at the TCO Performance Center. This is a very special home that all our players and all of you spend hours and hours being under together and communicating with one another. And first time in our ownership that we're all together under one roof, our new home. I want to thank Commissioner Goodell and his team for being here today and for supporting the Vikings as you've always done. A special thanks also to Vikings legends who are here today: Ahmad Rashad, Paul Krause, Chuck Foreman, Coach Grant. Also Marie and Patty Green, who are Vikings coach Dennis Green's family. Thank you for being here. In building our new home here, we're also very grateful to the members of the state legislature, the Eagan City Council, Dakota County Board of Commissioners who are here this afternoon, and Mayor. Thank you very much. We are very excited about the 2018 Minnesota Vikings and upcoming NFL season, and we know our fans are excited. I know last season didn't end the way we wanted to, but we had our miracle, and we will build on that to make more miracles happen. So we're very excited about our football team, our players, our coaches, Coach Zimmer, Rick, Rob, all of you who make this team special. Again, one of our main goals was make the Minnesota Vikings a world-class organization. And to be a world-class organization, you have to have a home that everyone feels that they are together as a family, both players, staff, and everyone that's involved with the Minnesota Vikings. So thank you all for making this a very, very, very special home for many, many generations to come. We look forward to seeing you and your families here as time goes on and we win championships. So thank you very much. And I'd like to turn this over now to Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Ziggy. I just want to take a quick note to say a happy Father's Day coming up this weekend. To those of you who have your fathers, or those of you who are dads yourself, it's a special time to think of family, and we like to think of the Vikings as an extended family. And I know for us, our late dads of blessed memory, Joe and Harry, will guide us every single day in all our decisions. So we think of them, and we're thankful for those of us that have our dads and to be dads as well. So I want to just get that out there. Thank you again, Ziggy. We appreciate all of you for taking your time to be here today. Thank you to our partners at the City of Eagan, Twin Cities Orthopedics, our Vikings founding partners who are here today, as well as our broader community partners, neighbors, and staff. We're grateful for the incredible team that brought this amazing facility to fruition. I'd like to thank David Murphy and his partners at Crawford Architects for their great design work, and Mark Miller and Alec Gerhardt at Kraus Anderson for their outstanding construction work and craftsmanship. I also want to thank the 28 other Minnesota businesses who were subcontractors on this project. A special nod to our incredible Vikings leadership team, led by Kevin Warren, our COO, our executive team, Steve Poppin, Don Becker, Steve LaCroix, and Lester Bagley. Again, thank you all for another incredible effort. We keep going. We also got tremendous leadership on the construction project from Jim Sima, Grant Till, and Jenny Haig. We're excited about the future of the Minnesota Vikings, our brand, and our relationships with our key partners. So going forward, as Viking Lakes evolves into a live, work, play destination, we will announce other partners and sponsors who invested in the Vikings, our brand, and this project. Overall, Vikings Lakes includes 200 acres of development, of which the team headquarters and practice facility make up 40 acres. On the rest of the campus, we're working hard to deliver a 4-star hotel and conference center and a residential development, as well as commercial, medical, and retail investments. All of this will be interwoven with green space, lakes, and trails for the community. The future is bright for the Vikings brand, for Vikings Lakes, and for our partners. Thank you again all for being here today and for your ongoing partnership. And now it's my honor to bring up the team that really drives this engine, led by Vikings General Manager Rick Spielman, who along with Coach Zimmer are doing an outstanding job with our football team. Guys.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank Mark and the rest of our ownership group for providing us tremendous resources to try to accomplish winning championships here. Facilities are very important. It's important to our day-to-day operations. It's important to how we continue to develop and grow this roster. As Ziggy stated, Twin Cities Orthopedics Performance Center gives us a huge competitive advantage by the resources that are provided here to our players, to our coaches, as we continue to try to strive to get better. We're very excited about getting through our first off season here. Excited about getting here for the first time ever, having training camp up here after 52 years down at Mankato, which was a great experience, and really looking forward to the 2018 season of the Minnesota Vikings. So I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of our ownership heart, the support that you give the Minnesota Vikings in this area, and look forward to having a great season next year. Now, it gives me great honor to introduce our head coach, our leader on the football side, head coach Mike Zimmer.
What? Thanks, Rick. I've been very, very fortunate to be the football coach here with this franchise. We've got some outstanding people that help us here. All the people that make my job easier, Rick, the owners who have done an unbelievable job with this facility, all the people, really all the Vikings staff that work here. You all make my job much, much easier. We've been in this facility since March. The players have loved every bit of it being in here. All the modalities that they have in order to get better as football players, to get better as a team and work together as one. It's been great. I've got two Pro Bowl players sitting over here in Everson Griffin and Kyle Rudolph. And more important to me, that they're just great football players. They're great people. We have a lot of great people in this organization, a lot of great football players that are good men that come in here to work. They work together. One of the things we were talking about the other day is how guys, Kyle Rudolph, who can come from Cincinnati, Ohio, and Everson Griffin from Arizona, two different types of people, come together in one locker room to be brothers, to love each other and take care of each other. And that's kind of the family that we have here and the kind of structure that the Wilfs have built. So thank you again. Thanks for this great facility. We're so excited to be here. We're excited about the season. This football team works hard. They work together. They're excited about coming back and doing something really, really special for the state of Minnesota and the Twin Cities. And we're ready to get back to work here in a short amount of time. So I want to introduce Eagan Mayor Mike McGuire next.
Thank you, Coach. On behalf of the people of Eagan and the entire Eagan City Council, I want to officially welcome the Minnesota Vikings to this beautiful new Eagan headquarters, practice facility, and campus. Welcome. The Wilfs and the Vikings organization have made a first-rate investment in these facilities, and it's reflective of their commitment not just to the players, coaches, and employees of the organization, but to Minnesota and a relentless pursuit of excellence. We are grateful for your investment in the future of Eagan. As one of just 32 National Football League headquarter cities in the nation, you have helped make Eagan a destination. And we look forward to being the destination for a celebration parade welcoming the Minnesota Vikings' first Super Bowl Lombardi Trophy right here to Eagan. "34 years ago, or 34 months ago, I apologize. Feels like years. When we held the groundbreaking on this site, you generously presented us a Vikings jersey with Eagan and the number 1 on it. That jersey is now proudly displayed in Eagan City Hall. Today, we'd like to present you with a gift from the people of Eagan. Mark Wilf and members of the Eagan City Council, would you please step up to the easel to help unveil that? "58 years ago in 1961, the Vikings began a proud tradition. At that time, there was very little in this portion of Northeast Eagan. That today has changed. So today, as we begin to build on a great Purple People legacy, this historical map, circa 1961, displayed in this incredible building, is meant to recognize a proud past, progress, and a bold North future here in Eagan. Thank you for choosing Eagan." In conclusion, I'd be remiss if I did not recognize 2 great teams off the field who made this day possible. First, I want to thank our City of Eagan team of planners and inspectors, public safety personnel, transportation engineers, our city administration, and the City Council for their hard work and actions to make sure that a complex project like the Twin Cities Orthopedic Performance Center could open on time. That they truly are number one and have earned that jersey. Secondly, I want to recognize the great work of the Vikings personnel, starting with Mark and Ziggy Wolf and Lenny as well, but also including people from CEO Kevin Warren and CFO Steve Poppin, to Lester Bagley, to administrative free agent Pat Masha, and the layers of community relations, public relations, and media and campus security personnel on this campus. This off-field Vikings team has been smart, professional, and world-class to work with. In them, Eagan has a great partner and a great partnership that will only continue to grow. They reflect a great football and development expert, former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger's call. Don't wait for the opportunity, create it. What a wonderful creation you have here. We look forward to a long and successful relationship with the Minnesota Vikings. Skol Vikings, Skol Eagan. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Troy Simonson, the CEO of the Twin Cities Orthopedics, to talk about the partnership with the Vikings and the wonderful new medical additions they've made to Eagan and this campus.
Thank you, Mayor McGuire. There's a couple words that Mayor McGuire used, and I'm not stealing them from him, but I think this speaks to the fact of world-class and excellence are very common terms used when we talk about the Vikings, and they are written on my notes here. So it speaks to the relevance of it, that the world-class and excellence that the Vikings organization exudes in the community is second to none. Twin Cities Orthopedics is very honored to serve as the Vikings sports medicine and orthopedic partner, and thank you to the TCO physicians and staff that dedicate an unbelievable amount of time to the Vikings. It's been very impressive to watch the TCO Performance Center come to life. I don't think there is any question the vision that the Minnesota Vikings and the facilities that have been established here are creating a new model in future for the NFL. The TCO team and I have had the privilege to work with the Vikings, and here's the term, world-class leadership team. And we could not be more excited to partner with two Minnesota-grown organizations that have an unrelenting desire for excellence. I think the campus here is a perfect example of what happens when you partner two world-class entities together. We are also very thrilled as TCO to be a neighbor to this facility on this campus with the opening of our Orthopedic Medical Center and the training house. This adds to our network of nearly 40 locations across the metro that we have built over the last 70+ years. This spring, we opened our new full-service orthopedic center serving the Eagan market area. This almost 80,000 square foot facility incorporates a full spectrum of orthopedic care: comprehensive clinic, orthopedic urgent care, surgery center, physical therapy, hand therapy, advanced imaging, and aquatic therapy. In addition to the medical center, a few weeks ago, we opened the training house, H-A-U-S, house, a state-of-the-art sports performance and training center. Total square footage, a little over 22,000 square feet, focused on comprehensive sports medicine services for all levels of athletes. Services ranging from injury prevention, nutrition, sports chiropractic, massage, acupuncture, recovery. Not only is it one of the best facilities in the metro area, if not the Midwest, we have some of the best professionals and staff in the training house. They are unmatched individuals. At TCO, there is definitely a focus on high quality services, but even a greater focus on the best of the best delivering those services. Thank you again to the Minnesota Vikings and to the city of Eagan. And first and foremost, or last, for sure, thank you to the TCO physicians. They committed and believed in a commitment of a vision of creating this partnership with the Vikings a little over 2 years ago. And it's their commitment as physicians and owners of the practice that has brought us to the point we are today. You can count on TCO to be a great partner and provide the highest level of orthopedic care and sports medicine services to the Eagan market and to the entire metro area. Thank you.
As we get ready to close and cut the ribbon, I would like to take a moment and thank the Landis family, Scott Landis. We lost a great man in his father, Alan, who was so instrumental in the Minnesota Vikings. We love him, and I don't say loved him, we love him. And we just want to tell you how much we appreciate you and your mom and your sister and your extended family. And I thank your dad every day that I drive up to this building for being willing to stand by us and be a great partner and be a great man. So God bless your family, Scott. I would also like to ask all of our Vikings employees and their families, significant others and children to stand at this time. Because anytime you build a project like this, it's not only the people who work here, but it's the sacrifices of the family who make all this happen. I would like for you to stand, please. Thank you so much. So with that said, as we wrap this up and get ready to cut the ribbon, one of the greatest honors that you give to a great performance, and I've seen Coach Zimmer do it after great performances by Everson, Kyle, and others after the game, is you present that person or player with a game ball. So we like to present 3 game balls today. First game ball goes to Troy Simonson from TCO. Please come up. Next game ball goes to Mayor Mike McGuire from and the final important game ball goes to Commissioner Roger Goodell. So with that, I think it's time to invite everyone on the front row up here so we can cut the ribbon. Can we have a drum roll, please? 10,
10,
9,
9,
8,
8,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Skol!